Hello lovely people, I hope you're having a good time from wherever you are. Welcome to Jackie's Kitchen. My name is Jacqueline Njala, and today I want to take you through how I do one of the most common and loved snacks, that is samosa. Personally, I love samosa and I love doing them myself. I know most people love samosa, but they don't cook the samosas because they believe it's hard. I would say it's quite involving, but it's not hard. If you do it 1, 2, 3 times, you'll get used to it. So I'm going to take you through the most involving bit of making samosa, which is making the samosa pockets or the samosa sheets. So that's what we're going to do. As for the samosa filling, I will be doing that in another video which I'll share. So keep watching, guys. But let's do the samosa sheets. Who doesn't want to eat samosa? Hello everyone, welcome to Jackie's Kitchen, where we make cooking interesting by simplifying even the most complex of recipes. If you're new here, kindly subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my updates. So for the samosa, we will start with making the dough, and we'll need a teaspoonful of sugar and a pinch of salt. I added lime juice or lemon juice, then 2 tablespoonfuls of oil and water. Then I mixed that. You knead that into a dough. Mix and knead until it's a fine, smooth dough. So our dough is done. We'll cover this and let it stay for about 15 to 20 minutes before we continue. So our dough has rested. We're going to divide this into 3 portions that will the size of a normal chapati. As you can see, that portion is normal size for 1 chapati. So from each portion, I'll again further divide into 4. Now these 4 are the ones that will give me 1 samosa sheet each. So I'll do this for the rest of the other portions into 4 pieces each, and we'll have a total of 12. Those are 12 sheets. We're going to roll the first 4 into some mini chapatis, just some small circles. The objective here is to achieve, get a very thin sheet, as thin as possible, and we do this by combining the 4 that we have rolled. But these have to be maintained separate. I mean, we eventually have to separate these into 4, and the only way we achieve that is you put 1 layer, spread some oil, then sprinkle flour. Be generous with the flour because that's what keeps the sheets apart. Otherwise you'll have one big chapati that you can't separate. So we'll do this, add the second layer. Spread all oil all over it, then add flour. The same sequence, third layer, oil, flour, then the fourth layer. So we're going to press this and make it wider. I'll make it as wide as my pan. If you have a wider pan, the better, because then you will be able to make so many samosas under one roll. So that's done now. So we'll put this aside, then do the same for these other remaining 8 pieces, 4 at a time. And once we're done, we're going to put this on a hot pan. This is what will help separate the layers. Don't cook like the way we cook chapatis, so there's no oil. That's basically done. If you did it good enough, this should give you an easy time. You should be able to separate it easily. As you can see, they're just guiding me. I'm only pulling them apart and they're not even tearing. So that's it. This one on its own, these are already 2 layers, so I need to separate further into 1 layer. Yeah, and there we have our sheets, as thin as they can get, and that's good. So you can actually do this. It's not as hard. You see, there isn't much effort I'm putting. They're already separate because of the oil and flour that I added at the beginning. So that's it. So having separated the layers, the next that will follow is folding these sheets into a samosa pocket, and for this we'll need a paste that's made of flour and water. That's the paste that I'll use. That's actually our glue. Then I have a meat filling that I had done before, which is what I'm going to use for the samosas. So for this size of a sheet, it should give me 2 samosas. So I'm going to cut these into half. But if my pan was bigger, I would actually get 4 samosas out of 1. And I'll show you how. But for me now, if I cut into a quarter, I'll have a mini samosa. So this is how you fold it. So for the mini samosa means I cut this half again into a quarter. And the 1/4 should give me 1 mini samosa. I'm calling it mini because it's small, but if I had a bigger pan, it would actually form 1 just normal size samosa. So there you go, that's how you do it. Fold that in, then fold over the overlap. And there you have your nice triangle. So let's redo this with a filling. Bring one corner, then add glue to the loose end. Flip it over. Make sure you seal the corner there. So that's how it should look. Then we open up. There we have our pocket, and that's where we're going to put our meat. Do not overstuff it, otherwise it will give you problems folding it, or rather sealing the edges. So that's it. We take the shorter side and fold it in like that. Then the open end, we put glue. and flip it over, and there we have our mini samosa. So we'll do this again with this other quarter remaining before I show you how I do my normal size now with half the sheet. So there we have our two nice mini pretty samosas. So if you're working with half the sheet, this is how you go about it. The same, fold over the remaining parts, we add glue and flip it over. Let's do this again so you can see. Fold one end, the remaining end is glued. Flip over and seal the edge. Fill the pocket with whatever it is that you're using, could be meat, chicken, vegetables. Take one edge, fold it in. You actually tuck it in. We don't want to leave any edges open, because then when we are frying, the oil will get in and you will have a very oily samosa, which is not what we want. So make sure to seal all the edges that oil can penetrate in. So glue the remaining portion, flip it over, and there you have your samosa, just like that. So I'm going to do this for the rest of the sheets that I've prepared and show you how to fry without having bubbles. A crispy samosa. So I'm done with this, so we fry. You fry samosa in medium hot oil. If you do very hot, that's where you get bubbles in your samosa, what we call pimples. And you'll see with medium heat they come out rather very smooth. I had to start with my mini samosas, you can see them. So don't overcrowd your pan. You keep turning these until they come out to a desired golden brown color. So these are done. I'm going to remove and put new ones. We'll fry all of them. So there you have your samosas. You can see the skin is very smooth and it's very crispy when you eat them. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you like the recipe. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe.